What is up, everybody? Welcome back or welcome to America's Video Games, and today I got a full-on ratings review for you. Today we're talking about the game known as Coromon, a game that came out last year for the Switch that I absolutely adore. It's one of my favorite games for the Switch. Let's get into it. Real quick, just to get you up to speed with how we do this, we give a rating of 1 through 100 for every category, and then we give our overall rating at the end. Quite simple. We're going to start off with the story. And don't worry, I'm not going to give too much away. But you start off the game much like you would an ordinary Pokemon game. Your mother wakes you up for a very important day of yours. This is the day that you become a battle researcher for Lux Solus. Lux Solus has a team of scientists and researchers all throughout the land of Valua. And very quickly, your story escalates. And pretty much because the head honcho likes your energy, as he assigns you to the Titan Task Force, which is a very important task force to be a part of. But since he talked to you for a minute or two, he decided that he trusts you. Alright, we're going with that. Anyway, along the way, you'll naturally be seeing Coromon, you'll be training up your own, you'll meet different Titans along the way, which make for some epic battles. Fortunately, you cannot catch them though. You will have a bunch of side quests, you will have a bunch of puzzles to do, money to make, and of course, evolution. And for all this, I gave the story itself a 74. And the main reason being, and Coromon knows this itself, it's heavily inspired by Pokemon. And the story starts off that way for sure. But a lot of the rest is its own unique thing. If Pokemon didn't exist, I'd probably have a higher rating for this. But it was docked some because it did take some elements from Pokemon. But there are no gym badges to earn or anything like that. Jumping into the character rating, I have given a solid 93. Almost all of the human characters that you meet have something funny or clever to say. And I have to say that all of the Coromon are very well done as well. And of the Coromon, there are 114, all of which that you can catch, with there being 6 Titans. Honestly, it would have got a 99 or a 100 from me if there would have been upwards of 150 to 160. And obviously, anything more than that is just more bonus. But with the 114 that there are, I believe all of them are nicely done. And another cool bonus is that fans have made Coromon in contests that they had before the game came out. If you need help with looking up stats and all that about Coromon, it has an official wiki page. For the graphics, I gave it an 80, and while I like the animations of the Coromon, they could have done a little more there. There's probably only so much you can do with 2D graphics, but at the same time, this is not Live Alive or Octopath Traveler graphics. Don't get me wrong, I do like it though, hence the 80 rating. But to get into the 90s, I think you would have to be a Live Alive kind of graphics. It very much looks like Game Boy Advance Pokemon game. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not perfect either. Onto the button design, where I gave it a 96. It is superb in this regard. You can even map the buttons yourself if you don't like the way it's originally done. So, typically, if you want to know more information about a move, or a Coromon, or an item that you just got, you would just hold on to the A button to find out more. You would just simply tap it to use that item or move. You can also hold in the plus button to save it. Makes it very quick and easy. And there's also settings to make everything easier for you. Or harder if that's what you want. Like automatically running, for example. And then that perfectly brings us into the difficulty, which I have an outstanding rating for this as well. I have a 95 for the difficulty. Really, because you can make this game as easy or as hard as you want, depending on your skill, how much you want luck to be involved. It even adds in features in the game itself to give you a Nuzlocke, which has become popular among Pokemon fans. If you want, this game can be extremely hard, or you can breeze through this. This is something that Pokemon has needed to add to its games for years now, decades at this point. The fact that Coromon, a much smaller budget, much smaller team, can do this is just all around great for us, the gamers. For the pricing, I have an 86. As for the Switch, it's normally at $19.99. It does go on sale somewhat often, usually at a rate of every other month. Like even right now, for example. You've got until April 26th to get this for 40% off, making it just $11.99. And that's totally fair. Think about a regular mainline Pokemon game is going to cost you $60. Now, compared to Nexamon, it's more. I personally am more connected to Coromon myself, and it is the same price as Nexamon Extinction, But your completion time here is a little bit less than a mainline Pokemon game, but not too far off. But with settings of difficulty and luck and other things like that, it gives it tremendous replayability, which gives the price a home run, in my opinion. And for the completion time, I give it a super solid 93. Because I believe it's going to take you more than 24 hours just to beat the main storyline. And then if you go back and set the different rules, make your own custom rules, and then the fact that it has online play gives it that much better of a rating. And yes, online play, where you can battle another person online for ranked matches or just for fun. Now that all that online has to offer. But the fact that this has it and Nexamon doesn't, and hell, even Legends Arceus doesn't have this, just makes it that much better for you. And we have Replayability, which is its best rating in my opinion. I give it a 99. With more Coromon, and maybe a little bit more to do online, this would have got a 100 easy. Whether you're a new school or an old school Pokemon fan, there are many ways to play this game, and I highly recommend that you customize as much as you can. Our last category before the overall rating is the music, and I give it a 70. This may be the worst part about Coromon, and it's not that it's bad music, it isn't, but there's not really anything memorable to say. Hell, I've already forgotten the in-game battle music. But if that's Coromon's worst quality about it, then I believe we have ourselves a winner here. If you like turn-based games, and you like the Pokemon formula, you absolutely have to get your hands on Coromon. Our total score divided by all the categories gives Coromon an overall rating of 87.3. For its genre and for its pricing though, it is top notch. If Coromon continues to grow and continues to produce solid games like this, I could see it being a real contender to Pokemon in the future. And honestly, I kind of want this to happen because competition is great. Pokemon hasn't had to deal with any competition really ever in its life cycle. However, absolutely, this game gets the AVG approval. Every tactical RPG fan should be into this game. But hey, what do you think about Coromon? If you've played the game, how do you like it? And if you haven't played the game, have I talked you into getting it yet? I sure hope that I have. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Have a great day.